Hi, my name is Teresa Stevens. I'm the owner of Storyland Celebrations. It's a birthday party place, among other things, but basically the idea is parties with a literary twist. I realized that kids are not getting the chance to find and read the books that are classics. I do it a little differently. I do several different things. I do stories. For example, it doesn't matter how old the children are. A lot of things you can learn, the common standards for North Carolina, you can learn them with nursery rhymes. You can learn them with fairy tales. It doesn't matter how old the children are. Another thing that the common standards require are talking about different genres in literature, and that's something that we do as well, which in this case we're talking about historical fiction. Here's one about Ellis Island, and that would talk to you about the early 1900s. Here's one from the Little House series, which again is all 1800s. So you can see the different historical time periods and learn about them from different sources that we all have, but the kids have never read. Here's one, another genre is mystery. The Hardy Boys series. Again, they may not have read that. Something like Nancy Drew is another one. Just getting different points of view from different books, but all of the same genre. For example, The Three Little Pigs. If you look at that story, that fairy tale, and I know a child that's 12 years old is going to say, "Who wants to hear that again?" That's ridiculous. But if you actually go through the story and read the fairy tale straight out, not a problem, they'll know it, they'll go along with you probably. But if you say it to them afterwards, okay, now look at it from the first little pig's point of view. His house was made of straw. How was he feeling when that pig or when that wolf knocked it down? Did he feel proud of his house? The way that he had built it? Did he feel embarrassed? Look at it from the wolf's point of view. Oh, my lunch is ready. All right. All right. Think about it that way. You can do so much with so many things that they may be embarrassed at first to try, but later on they have learned and they have enjoyed themselves. And then say, okay, now that you've looked at it all three or four, actually four points of view, because remember we're talking about who are the main characters in the story. And sometimes you'll have to go back to the beginning and say, okay, what is a character? It's the things or the people, the animals or the people, or anybody who is doing action or talking. Okay? Well, in that case, there are four. All right, now that you know what they're doing, let's reenact it and look at it from their point of view. And they can be wearing costumes, they can be wearing their own clothes, but if they're thinking about it from the pig's point of view, the one that actually did the bricks, they're gonna be strutting along. That's right, I saved my brothers, that's right. And that pig did not get me, I got him. And they're gonna show it. You can do so much with so little. And like I said, it doesn't matter what the age range is. Dr. Seuss is for everybody, it doesn't matter how old you are. The alliteration in Dr. Seuss is so predominant, and that's, again, a common standard for actually fourth grade. So you get the sounds, the repetition, the meter is all there. And kids love it. They can do so much with it. I have a game for the camp that's basically hopscotch on a pogo stick. Who doesn't love that? It's great. And you just love the sounds of it. All the Dr. Seuss books are wonderful. This is an example of a draw and tell story, which basically you really have to focus on what I'm saying and what I'm drawing to be able to figure out the surprise at the end of the story, because I'm not going to tell you what the story's about. You have to really focus on the details. Have you heard about him, that foul man, who terrorized the coast with his deadly plan? His arm ended in a nasty, rusting hook. He carried a sword that ended in a crook. He stole gold coins for his treasure chest. He traveled where tropical flowers grew best. He sailed his ship around the globe. Through any port he carried his gold. On wind-swept seas his flag would fly. His skull and crossbones would rule the sky. So who was this cutthroat? Can you tell me fast? He was the pirate whose day has passed. I'd just like to say that, again, this is Storyland Celebrations, and my name is Teresa Stevens. We'd love to have you come and visit us. We do birthday parties from 2 to 12. We have 9 themes and 3 different levels of party, all the way up from basic, where you can bring your own cake if you like, to super deluxe, where the kids, every child gets to wear their own costume for the time, and it's 2.5 hours, and they get to pick out 5 goodie bag items out of a buffet of 8, which they like, not which they are just given and they go home and they say, I don't want this, this is nothing to me. They pick it. We also do storytelling presentations at schools and other places wherever you want to be. We also have summer camps, and we do classes. So anything of those, if that interests you, please come and take a look at our place. It's gorgeous. I love it, and I think you will too. Thank you.